I am just getting my dumbbells out really fast. I already worked out at the gym this morning. I was up at 5 o'clock this morning. Ugh. And so I am ready to go today. How is everybody doing this morning? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in to the party people in the place to be. All right, y'all. Yes, welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. I was so cold from coming from the gym because I didn't want to, okay, what did I just do? Oh, flip the camera. All right, go live. Good morning, welcome in, you guys. I am just, hey, welcome in, you guys. How are you doing? How is everybody doing? Quiet one, what happened to your good morning? What happened to your other whisperer? What is going on? I finally, you guys, was able to get Miss V. You guys know for Miss V, I had accidentally blocked her because we had so many trolls that particular morning. Gosh, I had blocked her and I had forgotten how, I didn't know how to unblock her, right? And so I finally got her unblocked this morning. I have been up since 5, probably actually in the 4s. I went ahead, I got up and I already worked out at the gym this morning. And so I wanted to come on. I had my sweatshirt on because I was cold. Just my body was cooling down and I was cold a little bit before I started, before I started warming back up. And so I'm going to put on my weighted vest. And today's topic today, guys, our topic for today is going to be family stress, boundaries, and solutions. And we're doing this really for the holiday. Okay. The reason why, um, the reason why is because we are thinking about, the holidays. Thanksgiving is coming up, and I want us to be, you're welcome. And again, sorry for the delay. We want to be as prepared as possible coming into the holiday and so forth. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and, get us together. Elias Rose Boutique, Burka 39. I am actually from Delaware. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started today. And our topic, so if you're somebody who everything with holidays, nothing ever stresses you out with the holidays, then this may not be the live for you, right? But I want to teach people some coping skills today because as I shared with you guys a couple of episodes ago, that the calls to the National Mental Health Hotline are the highest the day before Christmas Eve and also on Christmas. Okay, so I want to do my part with my community. Hey, LLN, thank you for my heart. Me, good morning. Welcome in. Welcome in. I want to do my part and really help us to be mentally strong going into the holidays. Okay, so thank you so much for my rose, LN. How you doing? How's it going? I'm getting some love today on my TT side. Good morning. Good morning. Sending love out to everybody today. And so, in part of our preparation for our mental strength for our holidays, I want to make sure I will be on with you guys at 8:30 in the morning on Thanksgiving. You don't have to come. I will not take it personally. But in part of my teaching, I'm going to reveal why I will be here. Okay. So that's what's going on. All right, you guys. So I'm going to put my weighted vest on. Thank you. Thank you, Miss V. It's all camouflage. Thanks, Miss V. The working out in the gym to help increase my intensity has helped me a little bit adjusting. I was eating too many fruits. That has helped me a little bit. Doing my apple cider vinegars, and so that has helped me a little bit. And so we're just, I'm just doing the part of just trying to come down as much as I can. Okay. Hey there. Hey there. I see We got all kinds of crazy people in our thing today, don't we? Wow. Wow. They don't realize where I was, so that's why they got a whole lot of comments today. Yes, how's everybody doing? So everybody looking for LAN, how are you doing? How are you doing, LAN? How are you doing in preparation for the holiday? Is everybody feeling prepared? Are you feeling stressed? Talk to me this morning. What are you feeling? Like I said, that's why I look all crazy. I already came from the gym. I look crazy, but it is what it is. How are you guys prepared? Yes, from Ireland. Hello there. Yes, you know, Elias Rose, Miss V. I'm already, good morning. Good morning, LN. How are you doing? Are you guys prepared this morning for the holiday? Are you guys cooking? What is going on? I would like to have some chat. What are you doing? What is your favorite? If if you have a Thanksgiving dish, what is your favorite Thanksgiving dish? Share that, put that in the chat or what have you. But a lot of people don't realize, as I shared about the National Mental Health Hotline, that around holidays, people feel a lot of loneliness, they feel a lot of sadness, they feel a lot of moodiness and things like that. And so calls spike to mental health hotlines during the holidays. And so I'm going to make sure that I am on Thanksgiving. I'll come on in the morning just like I do now before I start cooking with my kids. We'll be divvying up, I should say, the cooking duties, okay? And so that's something that we're going to be doing. Everybody who is working out with me, we're doing our 30 minutes of cardio this morning as we normally do, and I might even be able to do some dumbbells. Oh my goodness, girl, that went so fast. Oh my gosh, that went so fast. I didn't even get to read it. Stacy, thank you so much for liking the live. Oh my goodness. Miss V said, we're going out to eat. I love that. But she said her favorite thing is the stuffing. I heard that. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So a lot of times, a lot of the stress that people feel around the holidays, you feel expectations, people are asking you to do stuff, you can feel very overwhelmed from that, right? You feel like sometimes your personal space can be crowded, okay, and things like that. And so, yes, dressing too. Ann said she must like the stuffing and the dressing too. You feel overwhelmed, expectations. It could be money because listen, food is not cheap right now. Food is not cheap right now, right? And so you're having to buy these different things and spend money. And that can be spend additional money, I should say. And that can be very stressful for people, okay? That can be very stressful. And so I want us to be sensitive. I want to be sensitive, and so I will be showing up at 8:30. I don't know what I'll be doing. Good morning, Cindy Fagan. Good morning. I don't know what I'll be doing on Christmas morning, but if I'm at home, I will make an effort to do a live to sort of, again, just be able to be that voice of encouragement to people for that hour. Because I'm telling you, this is a time, even when people don't tell you that they have a hard time, okay? A lot of the reasons why there's a stress in the holiday is that that's a time where you remember the people who have passed along, right? Have passed away. And so what happens is you're reminiscing, and that can bring its own sadness for you, okay? And so I just wanted to share that with you guys and say, hey, I'm going to try to create a sounding board and a safe space for us, particularly, we do that every day, but I'm not going to abandon you on the holiday, all right? So, all right, so one of the things, so some of the things that we're going to talk about today is how to protect your peace as you're going into the holiday. Yes, Stacy said, it's a sad time for her. I will be glad when the holidays are over. You see what I'm saying? Thank you for sharing that, Stacy. This is what we're talking about, okay? She's admitting, hey, this is a sad time for me. And so what I'm saying is I relate to that. I can relate to that on so many levels. And how do we get around? How do we make it through that sadness that we feel? Okay, so Stacy, I hope you have subscribed or joined to my community, because I will be doing videos and lives to help us and try to help us navigate a little bit better. All right, so one of the things, this is the Start Your Day workout, all right? Start Your Day with a Win workout. I always am going to exercise on a holiday, okay? Stacy said she's working to stay busy, okay? Thank you so much for the follow, okay? So working to stay busy. Exercise is a way that we already know is a known stress reliever, right? And so if you know your holiday is going to be hectic, get up in that morning, and if you walk, walk. If you walk outside, whatever you do, a lot of people be like, oh, I'm not going to exercise on the holiday. That's a mistake. You are exercising for your mental health, okay? I know everybody thinks it's about your, how much you weigh and this and that. No, I want you guys to get that out of your head. It is about protecting and trying to making sure your mind is in the right space, okay? And so you are going to exercise. If you already know you might be feeling some kind of way coming into Thanksgiving, I want you to start doing, I'm going to do a Thanksgiving walk for 45 minutes. I'm going to do a Thanksgiving walk for 30 minutes, okay? That's going to bring them stress levels and get them endorphins going. That's something that you need to do, okay? I know a lot of people, the holiday come, they want to become couch potatoes. I'm telling you now, not a good idea, okay? Another thing that helps bring stress down, listening to music. I don't know what kind of music that you listen to, but classical music is a really great stress reducer, okay? Classical music. If you're in childbearing age and you want your kids to be smart, listen to classical music while you're pregnant. Trust me, it works. It works, I'm telling you, okay? Your kids will turn out smart. That's just a tip. You can thank me later. All right, so listening to music, okay, brings the stress down, okay? A lot of times when we go, oh my God, did they? Miss B said her parents did that. I'm telling you, it works. I'm telling you, my son is so smart. Me and my daughter be listening to him, and we don't know what he's talking about. We be like, okay, let's take notes on what is he talking about. So it works. And I definitely did a lot of classical music. Yes. So the quiet one is saying she's been meditating and has more calmness and clarity. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for sharing these tips. When this holiday hits, I need you guys to use all the tools in your toolbox. You are not taking a holiday from the tools that you need to use to stay fit, to stay calm, to stay strong. You're not taking a break from that, okay? If you're meditating when it's not a holiday, I need you meditating on that holiday, okay? And the way that you're going to do it is you're going to front load the morning, okay? You are going to front load the morning. What do I mean with that? What's my book called? Start Your Day with a Win. What's this workout called? Start Your Day with a Win. You are going to start your day getting your walk on, getting your meditation in, okay? It's going to bring the calm. So therefore, when the crazy happens, later in the day, you're already prepared. You're already prepared. You feel what I'm saying? So we're getting rid of this idea that, oh no, I'm on vacation, I'm not going to exercise, I'm going to get out of my routine, I'm not going to meditate. We're getting rid of that. Okay? You are creating sacred spaces for you throughout the holiday. So when people start pulling on you, if that happens, if people start calling you or doing whatever, you have protected your space. okay? That's what we're making sure that we're doing today. Journaling, okay? If the young lady, was it Sandy? I can't remember, the names went up so fast, who said that I am from Delaware in the United States, who said that she gets sad around the holidays. One thing that you can do to release sort of your sadness, you can write some of those things down. You know, you can write some of those things down. Write them down, get them out of your system. Greetings, we have somebody from Russia. Greetings, okay? Brief, thank you for getting the number 2 gifter badge, okay? If you have a little notebook, a little journal, start writing down. It doesn't have to make sense. This is not English class. You are simply trying to purge your thoughts so that you can clear your mind. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to purge your thoughts so you can clear your mind. Okay? All right. The next thing, the fourth thing that we talked about meditation, thanks to the quiet one. You want to give yourself private time. Okay? Before, if you got people coming over to your home, before it gets crazy, get in that private time for yourself. Maybe you need to soak. I'm telling you, I had a whole ritual when my husband was alive and people we were hosting, a lot of people different coming. I have a whole ritual. Make sure you exercise. Make sure you journal. Make sure you soak in the tub. These were all things that I did to reduce the anxiousness that I felt at all the things that had to be coordinated. Okay? I need you guys to give yourself permission to have a ritual just for you going into the holiday. You hear that? You hear what I'm saying? Okay? I'm asking you guys to give yourself permission to have a ritual just for you. Okay? The goal is to keep your stress down. Okay? Right? Hi, hey Britton, how are you? Okay? The goal is to keep your stress down. What does it look like? Okay? The first thing I'm going to tell you guys, we come in here and we do our, our cardio, we're exercising, we're doing all this stuff. You got to make sure you're exercising that day. Okay? I need you to carve some quiet time out for yourself before things get crazy. You can give yourself an hour. Give yourself permission today to have an hour on Thursday. Okay? Don't allow things, hey Sri Lanka, hey Rose in Sri Lanka. That's what we're talking about, okay? So again, my name is Jasmine. I'm actually teaching from my Total Reset bundle, which is 5 books that deal with different things. And this is the 14-day guide that deals with stress. And one of the stresses that we have is family stress, okay? Okay, a lot of times, stress with the holidays, the reason why it's stressful is because of family, okay? Yes, yes, thank you so much. Hey, Jeters, Gift Basket, good morning. Yes, oh my goodness, that's okay, Rose, we just appreciate you. I put a comment on one of your videos, okay? So I always want to talk to you guys about boundaries because I know a lot of us have weak boundaries, okay? If you tell somebody, hey, I'm going to show up at 2 o'clock and they call you back and they're like, hey, I need you to come at 1 because I need you to do da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh man, I'm sorry that's what's going on. I'll be there at 2. Okay? I need you guys to step up your boundary muscle. Most people now, some of you guys could be really fantastic with your boundary game, okay? I'm not saying you're not, but I'm saying most people are not, okay? Don't be afraid to implement boundaries, okay? Your kids, your partners, what have you, hey, I'm going to take 45 minutes to just mentally get myself prepared for the day, okay? I'm not answering the phone. Don't call me. Don't knock on my door for 45 minutes. And you come out of that 45 minutes, you're refreshed.
Why are you refreshed? Because you gave yourself sacred space. Okay? So this is what we're talking about today. I'm teaching from my Total Reset Bundle. And again, it's the 14-day stress relief guide. Now, with boundaries, you guys have heard me say it, but yes, Ellen, she said, true with boundaries, you have to stay on it. Absolutely. Now, there's a boundaries book that I love. I probably should put it in my showcase. But McLeod is the author's last name, McLeod, or is it Cloud? I don't know, but if you look up boundaries and put Cloud, you'll find it. And I read this book, and it had an example, and I share this with everybody. Hey, Princess Marie, welcome in. And I always use this example. When you don't have any boundaries, it's like you live in one house and your neighbor lives in the other house. And what happens is when it's time to take out the trash, they just take their trash and they just dump it on your lawn. That's what having no boundaries is, right? Because basically you are allowing somebody to do something. You're not saying anything about it. You're not defending yourself. You're not preventing it. You're just sort of allowing yourself to be yanked back and forth, disrespected in many cases, just because, okay? And so that's something that I want to make sure that we're doing our boundary work throughout our lives, right? Because when you do boundaries work, it reduces stress. It increases confidence, okay? You know, and I try to teach my kids, hey, if you say, hey, you're going to do something from this time to this time, hey, I can respect your boundaries. Even though I'm mom, you tell me you got something to do, I don't have a problem with it, okay? Cloud, yes, thank you so much, LN. Y'all, LN put in the chat, the boundaries author is Cloud and Townsend. Thank you so much for that. Cloud and Townsend, you guys. It is a book. I mean, they have workbooks now. Their book series now is probably 6 books long or something. But what you want, hey, Celeb Snaps, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for getting the number 2 gifter badge. Thank you, Anthony Petty, for getting the number 3 gifter badge. But what you really want is to learn how to use boundaries, okay? How to use boundaries in your life. That means, hey, I was going to have lunch with one of my colleagues, and when they couldn't come on Monday, they were like, oh, well, can't we just move it to the next day? No, we can't, because I'm booked, right? And so again, when people do things, and listen, and crap happens, no judgment here, but you have to stay true to what your boundaries are, okay? Remember, you are staying true to your boundaries, okay? Boundaries for the holiday, okay? Now, I gave you some stuff about preparing the day. Let's talk about boundaries on the holidays. If you say you're going to show up at such and such a time, and you say you're going to leave at a certain time, don't feel guilt-tripped. You was going to leave at 6. People want you to stay till 9. Nope, you're going to go ahead and leave at 6, okay? You have to honor yourself, and boundaries is a way that allows you to do it, and it allows you to feel good about who you are. Now, say for example, you went to a Thanksgiving, or you went to a Christmas thing, you got some type of annoying aunt or uncle, somebody who gets on your nerves, okay? Instead of going off, okay? Listen, I don't know who your family is. I'm just here to provide some solutions, okay? Go outside. Go out there, got a porch, go out to the front porch. Go out to the back porch. A lot of times, you get a bunch of family together, and here comes something from 1955, okay? Here comes something from 1975, okay? And they've decided to unearth this relic in 2025, okay? And what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to see y'all come up on my TikTok feed or my YouTube feed because you have been jailed. Okay? So instead of doing that, I want my people, we gonna be prepared. Oh, okay, yeah, crazy uncle over there at the dining room table in seat 5. Let me go ahead and go outside. Okay? And I'm dead serious about this because I know when I talk to my kids and we're going places, we're doing stuff, and we get in the car, when they were little, they'd be like, oh my God, so-and-so was, that person was too much. So it is something that you have to work on. Hey, Big Donut, it's something that you have to work on, okay? Not being triggered by people, okay? Now, one of your tools, I don't know if you guys have AirPods or the little small, thank you for getting number 3 gifter badge, the little small, AirBuds or whatever. They don't have to be Apple AirPods, okay? But I'm talking about the ones that are incognito. If you know you're going to a family event and you know them folks get too lit, they get some liquor in them, they start talking crazy, obviously, I want you to go in there with the exit in mind, which means you're going in, you know when you're leaving, okay? I want y'all to hear that and hear what I'm saying. Sometimes you have to go in with the exit in mind, right? That means, okay, you go in at 2, you know you exited at 6. I don't care what happens. I don't care if Michael Jackson shows up at 5:59. You still leaving at 6 o'clock. You follow what I'm saying? You are leaving at 6 o'clock, okay? I don't care what happens. I don't care, all right? Okay? Now, why was I telling you about your AirPods? Sometimes somebody could not be talking to you directly, okay? And you can hear their belligerent conversation. Maybe it's the spoiled cousin who talks to his mom, like celeb snatch, you got jokes today. Maybe it's the nephew who got something smart to say to his mom and you don't want to hear the disrespect. All right, but if you say something, you know what I mean? It's going to be a whole thing. That's where your AirPods come in, okay? That's where your AirPods come in, okay? Sometimes you show up to the family event. They supposed to have the food ready at 3. They don't have the food ready to 5 o'clock. What is your brain going to do with 2 hours of dead space with people who can be toxic? Again, I don't know your people. They might all be nice, okay? I'm trying to prepare my folks for everybody who may not be, okay? What are you going to do? I want you to have that AirPod in at least one of your ears and you're listening to something that you enjoy. Classical music. If you love sports, listen to sports. It can even be a replay of a game that was played 10 years ago, but you really liked it. I need you to listen to things that are soothing for you. And why is that? Because as your stress level could go up, listening to somebody who's being crazy in the background, you start putting your calming music in, your stress level is going to start going down. Okay? I cannot stress enough. If you know you're someone who can feel a little anxious at family events, you get irritated, you don't feel like dealing with people and their crazy energy, I'm saying to you, let's be prepared. Let's be prepared today, okay? So that's what, yes, you can find me in America, okay? All right? So go outside. If you're at an event and you notice that you're feeling anxious, okay, irritated, step outside for a few minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, okay? Know when you go to your family event or this and that or whatever, and y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that come, they start acting crazy, or maybe it's just the people I know. They start acting crazy, they get a little liquored up, they start talking crazy. I'm saying, if you're gonna go to these type of events, I want you to be prepared. Because that way, you're predicting, essentially, your own outcome. Okay? Life is not happening to you. You are determining how life is unfolding for you. Okay? Yes, I hope you guys are getting something out of our holiday preparation. Yes, workout, okay? These are tools. Yes. Look, Miss V at the Elias Rose Boutique says, that's why we get there early and leave early. You guys, if you need a plan to execute something, then do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just allow yourself to be caught up in somebody else's tornado, right? Don't let yourself get caught up in somebody else's monsoon, right? You're going to keep on moving and doing what you need to do and setting boundaries for your holidays, for your family is good. Does anybody else want to contribute to the conversation with some other tips? Quiet One talked about meditating, okay? That was an excellent one. What else can we do to be prepared? Now, I have, as you guys put some comments or suggestions in the chat, please do that. I want to address one pet peeve that I have, okay? I want to have one pet peeve, eating late. Celeb Snap said, don't feel forced to eat nasty food. Thank you for sharing that. I'm going to include that one right here with my eat late. A lot of people want to tell you to eat at 2. They're going to eat at 2, and then they have the food ready 2 or 3 hours later. Listen, if you know that that's your type of household, you need to eat before you get there. These folks who be like, oh, it's Thanksgiving, I'm not going to eat nothing until I get there so I can have 3 plates. I don't recommend that, okay? Because while you're waiting thinking you're going to chow down at 2 and then 3 and 4 and all those times pass you by, you're getting angry. Your stress is rising, okay? My kids will tell you, we'll go to a barbecue we supposed to go, we'll look at all the food. My kids know if it don't look safe, Mom's gonna make sure they get some food after we leave, okay? Which brings me to Celeb Snap's point. Do not feel forced to eat food that doesn't seem appetizing. I don't care who put it on your plate, and I don't care who cooked it, okay? I want to remind you guys of something. You all have sensitive stomachs. Everybody in my community has a sensitive stomach starting tomorrow. My stomach's a little sensitive. Thank you for that. My stomach's a little sensitive. Listen. I'm trying to save you from pain and anguish. All right. Yes, I am walking on a treadmill. It's a small walking pad. I'm really boycotting a lot of the Black Friday stuff, but I know this particular walking pad, which I do love, it's super lightweight, is under $100 now for the holiday. It is in my TT shop, and it's in the comments of my YouTube videos, okay? Yes, so I love it. And again, you guys, these are just things that I want you to be prepared for as you are moving forward, okay? As you move forward, be prepared to have the best holiday you can by prioritizing yourself. Hey, Doris Strickland, thank you for the follow, okay? You are prioritizing your wellness, okay? You are prioritizing your wellness, okay? Again, a lot of times we center our kids, we make sure they're good. We center our spouse, make sure our spouse is good, our partners, what have you, our parents. We're centering everybody else, and we are forgetting about ourselves. What I'm asking you to consider today is for you to consider starting your day with a win by centering yourself, giving yourself permission to be like, you know what? I'm not going to start this day frantic. I'm going to start this day, you know what? I'm going to take a bath. You know what I mean? I'm going to pour some Epsom salt into my bath today. You know, I'm going to listen to some classical music. I'm going to light a candle. So by the time I start dealing with the crazy people, I am all chilled the way out. You feel what I'm saying? And this just, thank you so much, Mamisa's African hair braiding girl. What's up, hair braiding? Number 2 gifter badge, thank you so much. But just start thinking about how can you protect yourself and protect your energy. That's what we're talking about. I want to make sure that our community is going into this holiday mentally strong, right? That's the goal. How can I feel centered? How can I feel good? How can I feel less stressed? Okay? Yes, Vanessa says, great advice, which we don't ever think about. You know, I don't know. I'm not a fan of big holidays. And so I don't know, Vanessa, if that's why it's on my mind. But I don't really like big holidays because I feel, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. So I started years ago, oh, let me make sure I exercise. Let me make sure I do my, soak in the tub. Like I had a whole ritual because I didn't like the stress of it, So guys, we're almost done with our 30 minutes of our exercise here on our, yes, we're done, I'm over. Well, I'm gonna do some punches with you guys this morning because I haven't punched with you guys in a while. And today was my upper body day. Okay, so I hope you guys are continuing. I know I had slowed down during our full hour, and that's because my intensity was off here. Okay, so someone asked about my treadmill. My treadmill is pretty light. It's a pretty light treadmill. It's awesome, I'm telling you. I just have it on a little yoga mat, and when I pull it, I just pull it like so and move it out the way, and that's it. And it's pretty light, like I can lift it with 2 hands with no issues, okay? So let's get some Miss V punches in this morning. If you guys remember, yes, I actually, they have this both on the TikTok shop, and they also have it on Amazon as well, okay? And so again, food and fun, I have it listed in the comments on my videos, so you should be able to just click the link, okay? Yes, Cathos Prime, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yes, more fire. Hi, how are you? How's it going? Yes, Vanessa Scott, mentioned a real excellent point, and she said, what about not going at all? Avoid spaces which give you anxiety, especially with family and friends who purposefully do this. I agree, I agree. I do feel a lot of times because you might have your children who you want them to experience the family and things like that. But Vanessa, thank you so much for that comment, because I also want you guys to give yourself permission that if you don't want to go and do something, you don't. And I can speak to that personally because I do not enjoy the big family stuff like that. Me and my husband will alternate because my husband was someone who he did like doing the family stuff on holidays. And so I would be like, well, this year we'll do the family holiday with you, with everybody. And then the next holiday, we're at the beach for the holiday. And so my kids grew up going to Miami like every other holiday because I love waking up on the beach, right? And so, but it was because it was like, why is this my holiday and I am not enjoying it the way that I want to? Like, I don't like all of that fanfare all the time. That's just not my thing. So you have to work on, again, you guys, I'm always about mindset. I'm always about mindset, and giving ourselves permission is a part of strengthening our mindset. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get 30 in on each side of these punches. You may not know who you might have to knock out this holiday. All right. So we would do punch, punch, uppercut, right? Cross, cross, uppercut. One, okay. So let me start counting. Punch, punch, 1. Punch, punch, 2. Punch, punch, 3. Punch, punch, 4. Punch, punch, 5. Punch, punch, 6. Punch, punch, 7. Punch, punch, 8. Punch, punch, 9. Punch, punch, 10. Punch, punch, 11. Punch, punch, 12. Punch, punch, 13. Punch, punch, 14. Punch, punch, 15. All right, now if you do not want to, if you don't have weights or you don't want to use weights, you can do the same punching motion. Yes, yes. You follow pretty much, you know, so I can emotionally eat sometimes when I'm frustrated, which means I'm overdoing fruits and stuff. Oh my goodness, 8,000 likes. Oh my goodness, I gotta get me a dance in, at least one for 8,000 likes. Thank you so much. That is so good, okay? I set up my boundaries. Oh my gosh, Miss V, you think you have too many boundaries? What? Right, so let's just see about that. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and do another punch. Punch, punch. Where are we at? 16. Punch, punch, 17. Punch, punch, 18. Punch, punch, 19. Punch, punch, 20. Punch, punch, 21. Punch, punch, 22. Punch, punch, 23. Punch, punch, 24. Punch, punch, 25. Punch, punch, 26. Punch, punch, 27. Punch, punch, 28. Punch, punch, 29. Punch, punch, 30. Yes. Big Donut said end zone. Absolutely. Yes. Oh, Mr. Carter. Oh, Mr. Carter. Thank you so much. And goodbye. All right. Yes, the move from scary left, right. Yes. Yeah, we're just having some fun. We're just having some fun. Happy birthday, Hamza. How you doing? Yes, we're doing that. All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and do 30 on our other side. And like I said, you can do it with weights or not weights. I've already lifted weights this morning. I did upper body. I'll do lower body tomorrow. Yeah, they're open for like 3 hours tomorrow. So I'll be open to go tomorrow. So my arms are tired. So y'all may not see La Punchy because I already been like doing all my weights. I had a 20-pound thing I was doing this with today. So I might be a little bit lagging, but it's not because I didn't get my time in. I was at the gym at 5:30. All right. So let's go ahead and do it, y'all. Punch, punch, 1. Punch, punch, 2. Punch, punch, 3. Punch, punch, 4. Punch, punch, 5. Punch, punch, 6. Punch, punch, 7. Punch, punch, 8. Punch, punch, 9. Punch, punch, 10. You guys ever notice how when we're doing whether we're doing our punches or we're doing our kettlebells or we're doing whatever that we're doing, that's when you have more trolls, you know? And it just goes to show you guys, whenever you are trying to do something for yourself or you're trying to help people, whatever, you can have people coming out the woodwork. You know what? Do what you have to do anyway. All right, y'all. Punch, punch, 11. Punch, punch, 12. Punch, punch, 13. Punch, punch, 14. Punch, punch, 15. Punch, punch, 16. Punch, punch, 17. Punch, punch, 18. Punch, punch, 19. Punch, punch, 20. All right, so just remember that. You know, you always will have people, you know, they don't have nothing better to do but come in and be negative, okay? So just remember, just remember that, and do not, I'm telling y'all, do not let it deter you. I have a video right now. I wasn't posting on Instagram because I didn't like Meta. I didn't like, I don't know, I just wasn't. And a streamer was like, no, you need to use, Instagram as well. And so long story short, I started using it. And yesterday, I had a video. I think I told you guys, it's about Black men showing up, making people uncomfortable. And it was talking about Deion Sanders and LeVar Ball. And who was the third person? LeBron James. And when I tell you that video now is at 208,000. 208,000, right? So I have a video, my most viral video is like 400,000, but this was 208,000. And I've only been using Instagram now for like 3 weeks. Right now, I'm super duper Yasmin on Instagram. But it just goes to show you will have people who try to discourage you. You've got to work on the mindset that, you know what, you're going to do it anyway. No matter what people say, you're going to do it anyway. Okay? Just keep that in your mind. You know, I know we talked about holidays, but your mental toughness is the most important thing. A tough mind is even better than a tough body. Come on now. All right, y'all. Punch, punch, 20. Punch, punch, 21. Punch, punch, 22. Punch, punch, 23. Punch, punch, 24. Punch, punch, 25. Punch, punch, 26. Punch, punch, 27. Punch, punch, 28. Punch, punch, 29. Punch, punch, 30. All right, guys. I did some extra punches, but I've already been in the gym already for over an hour. Yes, Vanessa Scott says, test your own boundaries. Boundaries should make you feel empowered, not restricted. Love Vanessa. Love Vanessa for that. That is absolutely 1000% right. And that's why you heard me say today multiple times, give yourself permission to start your day centering you. Okay? I always say that, and people are like, oh, that's so selfish. That's so, whatever. No, it's not. But you carving out space for yourself is the most important thing that you can do. And why is that? You cannot give, you can't pour into someone else's cup if your cup is empty. Okay? You can't do it. So how do you pour into your cup? Center your morning. Do your meditation. Do your prayer. Do your, exercise that you're going to do. Get your head right. Take your bubble bath, whatever you got to do, and then proceed into your day. Okay, I knew I was going to have a great day today. I got up this morning and was like, yo, I'm going to go to the gym already. Then, boom, I'm going to have time. I'm going to have a great lesson. You know what? I put on my little Christmas sweatshirt. Listen, life is not just happening to me. I want to influence how my life happens. Okay, that's what I want us to think about today. Yes, 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 yes. I Creed now. I Creed now. Hey, yeah. Hey there. I Creed now. Yes, yes. So you guys, shoes in the house makes you uncomfortable. These are my workout sneakers, so they've never been outside. So, all right. Yes. So everybody have a good one. I'm going to wrap up right now, but have a good one. I will be on tomorrow from 8. I'll probably will do 8:30 to 9:30. I'll probably do a full workout with you guys tomorrow. I have to figure out how I can get enough leg exercises. And maybe I'll go to, but I'm still going to come on with you guys because I know, as we had someone who said the holidays makes them sad. So we're going to thank you so much, Vanessa. I'm so glad you're a part of our community. You have such positive energy. We need that. And so I'm going to have I think I'm going to have a message of gratitude tomorrow. And I'm going to put everybody on the spotlight. What are you grateful for tomorrow? That's right. It's going to be grateful for tomorrow because we're going to talk about those things. We're going to talk about gratitude tomorrow so that we can get our mental where it needs to be. All right. So everybody have a good one. Okay. Quiet one. You said it really resonated with me when you asked how we'd behave if we knew we couldn't fail. Also, the book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Yes, I am so happy. I'm so happy that resonated with you. That is on my kitchen. That's on my refrigerator. And it said, and so that's the reminder when my kids, they come, they could look at it. Everybody knows, what would you do if you didn't believe you would fail? And because that's really your true north, because everything else you're operating out of fear. All right, you guys, have a blessed one. I'm gonna see you tomorrow if you're on. If not, have a blessed holiday.